What's up, guys? Well, here's the video, and I went and got the car cleaned before I took this video. That way it was a fair comparison on what the condition is and how it looks, and so forth. So we got this truck wrapped. It was $3,100. About a week after the guy did it, started looking at it, and then customer would come by and be like, yo, your stuff's out there, looks like it's about to come off. So I look stupid, so I started looking at it. He called me the bad guy because I questioned it, because I took what someone else told me about this, and he ended up blocking me. So really rare. I don't think I've been blocked in like 6 years, but we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna look at it and go over it, and you tell me what you think. First thing I can't really blame him for is there was a bug deflector right here. Now, he should have asked me if that bug deflector needs to come off, because if you notice, he just wrapped up underneath it. So he didn't take it off, he wrapped underneath the bug deflector. So if I ever was to have changed that bug deflector, well, now I have to redo this. There's like a bunch of small stuff like this right here. Again, this was $3,100. I went to 2 high-end places after the fact last week and was quoted $3,500 and $3,500. Both of them were identical prices, and they looked at this and they were horrified. That's their words, not mine. But let's just look right here. So here's the wrap. Here's the original color. I just noticed that, actually. It's already coming up right here, but the cut line is horrible. And it goes the whole way. It goes the whole way. It's not even straight. You can tell that there's an existing color right there. So that's one spot. Okay? All right, and here's, I mean, what is this? Like, this is already coming up right here. It looks like they didn't cut that well right there. So you want to call that 2? Okay, let's call it 2. What is all this? What the hell? Like, hopefully you can see that, because that's fully exposed. Like, that's the light. Instead of pulling the light out, he just wrapped it around the light. The grill, he told me from the beginning the grill was going to be near impossible, but that has nothing to do with me. I mean, I paid you, not. If it's impossible, tell me beforehand, yo, we should probably do it this way, or you should probably go get that painted. Then it's on me. But you come to me to do a job, and you do it, and it turns out now, granted, I agree, this grill portion was probably near impossible. Then you don't do it. You tell me, hey, I can't do that part. Go get it painted. I'll take off $100 because I'm not having to do this. Put it on me, the customer. Now you left it on you. It's bad. All right, so we're just gonna walk around the whole thing. For the record, the bumper wasn't taken apart. Those 2 other places I told you about, when I walk in, there's like 15-20 cars in there, and they're all apart. All apart. He says I can't wrap a bumper unless it's apart, because you'll get stuff like that. I mean, it's completely exposed. This is a huge fuck up actually. Because this wasn't taken apart, both places told me this will be coming off within 3 months, especially here in Texas. So, I mean, all that is the original color. All that. To where it like screwed up right there. Oh, I am officially missing a mud flap. I just noticed that. Well, because he lost all the screws. But that one is missing. That one's on. We should probably look a little bit further into it. So now I have an area here. God, man, that looks horrible right there. You can actually press on it and hear it going. The truck wasn't clay barred. There's trash behind it. And also, when I went to get in it to take off once he was complete, the door wouldn't open all the way because they wrapped the top of it and forgot to cut it. And the guy was already gone. So I called my fabricator over and said, hey, can you take care of this? And he put it back as best as he could. The guy never apologized, never said, yo, my bad, let me do this for you. He did have to come back though, because of all the... Why did he have to come back? Because they put the rear tail lights back in, which they did pull. Put the rear tail lights back in, but didn't plug in any of the lights into the tail light. So when I take off, now I got to check engine light. Yeah, so I drove home at night with no tail lights. Professional. I've never had this problem, he says. Oh, one of the easiest things to do is to pop this molding up. It literally just pops up. Well, they just left it on there and wrapped around it. As you can tell, it is coming up a lot. Like, that's lazy. It'd be one thing if you said, hey, you're not wanting to spend that much money, let me do it for, $1,500. Maybe that would be okay then. But when I didn't ask for a discount one time, I asked you how much to wrap the truck, how much to put graphics on it, and you give me a price and I pay the price. It has nothing to do with me if there's, oh, I could have done it a different way had you paid more. You didn't offer it to me. Not my fault, again. But anyways, so they just kind of tucked it. And there's the factory color again. Factory color again. There's the factory color again. You can see the whole line here. It just looks really, really bad. Like horrible. Like, also, about a month prior to getting this wrapped, I paid like $400 for paint protection. Didn't ask me, hey, you want me to take that off? Because I would have definitely said, yeah, take it off. Because there's the entire line of the paint protection is still on the truck. Now, in this case, I got to strip it off. So it's a good thing, but you're not anticipating stripping it off 3 weeks later. It's just like that just looks bad, man. Horrible, the whole thing. This is on all the windows. Now, here's one of the worst parts. This is where the cab meets the bed. supposed to be taken off, scooted back 6 to 8 inches, because you can't wrap that unless you pull the bed. Keep in mind, those other two, what I would call a high-end place, when I go in your store and there's Lamborghinis and Ferraris and new Corvettes, you're doing it right. $3,500, $3,100. My fault, his fault, who's ever. You be the judge. All right, so like it's just caked in there as best as they can because they didn't take it off. Again, horrible. Like, and because you didn't take off the bed, the whole piece is exposed. Holy, shame on you. So all these screws, with the exception of one, was not in there because they left them in their tool bag and took off with it. I don't even know if they pulled these caps off. Surely they pulled the caps off. What is that? What is that? But it's caked on. Like, it's so screwed up looking. Horrible. Look at that cut line. It's exposed. Speaking of exposed, I'm not one to expose anybody, but there's a lot of cash on the line here. And when I professionally asked him, hey, we might need to correct this, after 20 minutes of talking and me asking for half my cash back, he said, I'll think about it. And I'm like, you'll think about it? You're either going to do the right thing or you're not. You should know right off the bat. And then he blocked me. A business blocked me. I was nothing but nice. Nothing but nice and respectful the whole time. See there? That's the tailgate, and it's all caked up. That's like, it looks like the razor blade cut this piece right here. I don't really care about that, but it's still, you cut part of the car. All right, well, back at the bumper. What is that? More original color. More original color. Like, come on, bro. That's horrible. And the whole wrap has like crap underneath it because it wasn't clayboard. All right, here's the other part right there. Completely what I call like not right. And they just got lazy here, I'm guessing, because all that's exposed and it looks like crap. Where it meets the taillights, it looks great because they pulled it apart. But more factory color exposed. There's that factory color right there. And you honestly probably don't want to look at the top because this doesn't look good at all. But here's part of it right here. This piece also will come off. They didn't take it off. So, like, you can just probably stick your hand up there and look. Like, it's just like bad. This might be worse than my F-250 that I paid $1,600 for. Like, what is this? What is that? $3,100, guys, for horrible work. Horrible. Like, look at that. See that? He tells me this won't come off. I'm thinking it's already coming off. What do you mean? horrible. That's what I get. That's what I get for going to a hack. Okay, this is the worst of the worst right here, okay? This is the passenger portion. Again, these moldings here come right off. Like 20 seconds maybe. This is the top of the door here, completely exposed. Like completely. The whole piece is exposed. The whole piece. Again, I never asked for a discount. I asked how much. He said, yo, it's this much. I said, when can I pay you the deposit? Pay the deposit. Again, more paint protection still on there. Like, look at that. That's trash underneath the wrap. So because he blocked me, I had no other avenue except one, to do a PayPal dispute, and two, to do what I'm doing right now. Look at this. This is coming off right now. Nobody can tell you that this is not coming off. That is already coming off right here and right here. And if you look up in here, the whole factory paint is exposed. What happened here? It's crazy because when you get one little thing that looks screwed up, you have to start looking at everything. And all customers will do that. It's happened to us, something really small, and then it turns into, yo, this, and this, but you just got to fix it. Too many people are either hurting for money, which I believe this is the case here, because I just asked for $1,500 back. It's bad. And I told him I'm going to pay to get it stripped off. You ain't even got to take it off. I'm going to pay. Not pay you. I'm going to pay somebody else out of my own pocket to take it off. All right, this is the front. I don't know if it's been a while since I've looked at the top, so. Right. This is the other one. I had to put all the screws back in there, but like I stated, we lost one because it was, the screws were stripped out. The best of the best. This handle right here, they took it off and they went to put it back in, didn't know how to put it back in, and stripped it out. Did they offer to go fix it? No. He said, let me know how much it is. So okay. So I went and to the Chevy house, and it was $40. I told him it was $40. He paid for that part. And I had my guy put it back on, but there was some internal damage from what they did. So I took it to the Chevy house and they fixed it. Did he offer to pay that? No. Did I tell him I had to take it there to get it repaired? Yes. It's a huge, like, all places are not equal. Not just in the work, but in how they treat people. Had he just corrected the problem, one, this video would not be getting created. The one from yesterday wouldn't have gotten created. The PayPal dispute wouldn't have happened. And I would have been having no problems. Nobody would have known about this had he just corrected the problem. A lot of people may not think we screw up. We screw up. Not often, but when we do screw up, we just fix it. No matter how much it is, we fix it. No matter how small it is, we fix it. There was well, I'm not gonna go all into it. That way this isn't like 20 minutes long. But there was another thing that they took off that was screwed up. At this moment, I can't remember because there was so much stuff that was like bad. But anyways, this scratch right here, I got a picture of it. when he was doing it, that scratch was already there. It's not a big deal to me that there's a small scratch on it. It's not a huge deal because it's so small. But like, there's just trash all in this. And here we are back at the headlights. Alright guys, pick and choose your place wisely. This place is called Nash Signs and Designs. I believe they're out of like Dallas area. I drove to the guy's house. Initially I thought he had a store. He don't have a store. Claims he used to have a store. Well, if you used to have a store, that means you went out of business or chose not to keep on going in the industry that you were doing as a real store. There's normally a reason why, and I guarantee you it's because he can't run a business right, because when he screws up, he don't fix the problem.